Hello and welcome to this video. I'm about to go to Barnes & Noble and bookshop. I actually have one book in mind that I really want to get. I have been acquiring books lately and I've been just letting them pile up so that I could do one of these videos where I just talk about all of them. Let's start with the book that I got when I went to Barnes & Noble the other day. I got The Atlas of Us. I think this was the last one in my Barnes & Noble, so I was so happy to get it because I've already been looking for it. This is a YA romance. I didn't really read that much of what it was about. I knew that I was gonna get this book since I read the last and debut book from this author. This is her second book that she's putting out, and her first one, if you've watched some of my videos, you might have seen me talking about this. I love this book so much. I was seeing if there are any more books from this author, but then I found out that it was the first book from the author. I've just been waiting for Kristen Dwyer to put out another book, and now that she has, I'm reading it and I got it as fast as I possibly could. It was an emotional roller coaster in the best way. It tugged on my heartstrings. It was just so cute and just beautiful. Definitely one of my favorite YA romances I've ever read, if not my favorite. I'm really excited for The Atlas of Us. It has some camping vibes. Maybe it will give a little bit of summery vibes. I just cannot wait. I feel like I'm just gonna devour this. Maybe I'll read this one in a reading vlog. I probably will, because I feel like I vlog almost every single book that I read. Speaking of though, this is actually one of the rare ones that I have not vlogged me reading. Keeping 13. I read Binding 13. Love that one a lot. So I got Keeping 13 and I'm at the end. This weird thing happened where it's I'm having trouble finishing it and I don't know why that is. I enjoyed it so much and it had been a while since I felt that connected to characters in a story. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Also, I don't always love sports romances, but this one I've loved. For some reason, at the very end, I'm just having a hard time finishing this book, and it's not even it's the last in a series. I think it's the last about these two characters I'm reading about. When I take a little bit of a break in reading a book, especially if I'm right near the end, it's hard to get back into it for some reason. I probably will finish it tonight though, because this is how much I have left. The next book that I got, Confessions of an Alleged Good Girl. The other book that I've heard a lot about from this author is Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry, but this one kind of drew me in more. If I like this one though, then I want to read that one, but I just felt I should start with this one. It sounds really cute but also heartwarming and kind of coming of age vibes. After reading the Binding 13, Keeping 13, that those books are so intense that I feel I need this right now. I think this will be fluffy, but I also feel it will tug at my heartstrings, which is what I want because I don't want to be sobbing, but I feel this is just what I need. Monique is a preacher's daughter who detests the impossible rules of her religion. Everyone expects her to wait until marriage, so she has no one to turn to when she discovers that she physically can't have sex. While on their quest, Monique learns to live for herself, inspiring us all to reclaim our bodies and unapologetically love ourselves. This sounds like a healing read that's also powerful and positive. And that's what I need. These next two books, I'm just going to show you one at a time, but the next two books that I'm going to show you, I got these specifically because of how obsessed I have become with YA murder mystery. I really need more books like that because I just love the genre so much, and I'm wait, I haven't even read that many books in that genre. There's nothing like the feeling of finding a good mystery series that is just so entertaining. I feel it has added some much needed variation into the types of books that I read. So I got really into it from A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I've read 3 of these books. I think that's all that are in the main series. And then The Naturals, and this is what really pushed it over the edge. You know, I was okay, now I'm obsessed and I need more. This one is from the same author as The Naturals because I've just learned that I love her writing so much. She also wrote The Inheritance Games. I love that book. If you've ever read Scandal, if you've ever watched that, then you know the fixer, I think that's what they call it, right? The fixer is the person who cleans up messes to where it seems nothing happened. There could be a murder or a scandal and it's covered up and wiped out and it's no one knows about it. So that's the concept that this book is about, but she's like younger. I think she's in high school. If the elite of Washington, D.C. have a problem that can't be solved, they go to the Kendricks. When 16-year-old Tess Kendrick is sent to stay with her older sister Ivy, she has no idea that the famed Ivy Kendrick is the capital's #1 fixer. For powerful people looking to make a scandal disappear, Tess's sister is there to help, for a price. No sooner does Tess enroll at the prestigious Hardwick School than she unwittingly finds herself following in her sister's footsteps and rapidly becoming Hardwick's go-to high school fixer. Secrets pile up as each sister lives a double life until their worlds come crashing together in a conspiracy that reaches from the halls of Hardwick to the Capitol Hill. What I really want from this is I want the writing and the storyline to be as addictive as the other books that I've read from her, and if that is the case, then I will be happy. I was trying to look at all the different books that Jennifer Lynn Barnes wrote. She wrote so many. There's literally so many books. This one though really caught my eye and I just thought it would be interesting, so I just want to try it out. It kind of reminded me the most of what I've read. The Girls I've Been. Apparently this is turning into like a show or movie or something. 3 teens, 2 bank robbers, one way out. But I think this girl ends up in a bank when there's like a bank robbery happening, but she's not just a regular girl. She's the daughter of a con artist and her mom has like taught her and raised her as her protege. I think it's gonna be really good. I have heard good things about it and it sounds interesting, and I feel like it could possibly have the vibe that I'm looking for. And it's also by a new author that I haven't read anything from before, so that is like really exciting to me because I really want to find like a new author who writes these like mystery type of books. I got Ruthless Vows. This is the second book and it's a duology, I'm pretty sure. The first one is Divine Rivals. I really liked Divine Rivals. I thought it was super good. Also, like, I don't know what type of copy this is, but it looks really cool. Look at this. I wasn't expecting it. I thought this was just like the normal edition, which it might be, but I feel like I've seen different copies and this one doesn't look like all the other. I think a lot of them have like a black cover too. I don't know. This is so cool. I actually literally just saw that. I didn't even know that was there. This is a fantasy series and the 2 main characters, it's like a romantasy. The 2 characters start communicating in the first book through like a magical typewriter that connects them, and then they end up writing to each other, and the guy knows who she is but she doesn't know who she's writing to, and they also work together. There's like war happening. It's fantasy, but it feels like it takes place in like if it were in the normal worlds like years back. I think it's partly because they're just like using typewriters and there's like a war. Rebecca Ross, I have read now 3 books by her. This will be my 4th book. With every single book that I've read by her, I think her writing has been just so beautiful and lyrical, but then there's still such an interesting plot and the romance is so fun. A River Enchanted is the other books I read by her. I definitely think I like the Divine Rivals books better. I'm super excited for this one. I think it's gonna be really good. Also, it ended on like a terrible cliffhanger. One where you're like, I need the next book. So now that I have it, I feel great. Last but definitely not least, actually like probably my most anticipated, I think, Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is like a cowboy. I think it's actually a bull rider. Rhett Eaton is the face of professional bull riding. The golden boy, or at least he was until it all blew up in his face after a public brawl. You know what got me to finally buy this? Because I've been like eyeing it and wanting to read it since like last summer. So I've known of this series for a while. It's pretty big on the interwebs. But then I saw a TikTok. This TikTok, she was like describing the situation as if it was her life, and she was like the girl MC in this, and it was so good because it made me like need this book. I'm gonna watch that again right before I'm about to read it just so I get excited about it all over again. I don't think I've ever read like a cowboy or bull riding dude like romance, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what I think of it. It's definitely a different vibe from the books that I have been reading recently, and I'm so excited. That is the end of this book haul. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you like this video, make sure to like it, and if you want to see more of my videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I will put all my socials down below, and I will see you in the next one.